Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, it's danteet here. So I just picked up this game called Avernum 3 Ruined World. So I'm not really exactly sure what this game's about, but it looked pretty cool. So I thought that I would play it just so people could see what it is and stuff. So all right, here we go. Starting from scratch. I don't really know anything about this game, so we're just gonna hop in. All right, so welcome to Avernum. Avernum 3 is a fantasy role-playing game. You control a band of wandering adventurers, meeting strange people, fighting monsters, and trying to survive. Select the sort of characters you would like to play. If you aren't sure, just take the party that's already been created for you. When you're ready, press the OK button. Alright, alright. Okay, so it looks like we got human, Nephil, or Slith for the soldier. Oh, okay. So I wonder, does this actually change like the character models in game? This must be it right here. Okay, these people look like mages and stuff. What the heck? This guy's like a ninja? Alright, okay. Let me see. I kind of like that lady that had the chainmail on. Yeah, she looks cool for a soldier. Oh, the cat people! What is this? Oh, man. Okay, let's see. Humans get a bonus trait every 4 levels. Nephil get 10% to missile damage, cold resistance. Slith 10% to spear damage and fire resistance. So let's go with human, and I'm gonna make a lady soldier. What should I name her? I'm just gonna put an A on the end of her name, so it's a female name now, Aldusa. And character type. Oh man, that's cool. You can pick all kinds of different stuff. You know what? As a soldier, is he like a D&D soldier, where he's like really good at attacking, but he's not very much of a tank? Let's see. Soldiers receive excellent military training in the castle in Avernum, the best the underworld has to offer. They're very good with all sorts of weapons. So we got strength, dex, endurance, melee weapons, poles, bows. What is sure hand? Let me see. Hedge wizard, rebel. Some people dare to rebel against anyone in power, even in Avernum. They have to be good at everything if they want to survive. Though they don't have the freedom to excel at one thing, a rebel tends to have some skill with weapons, traps, and lore. Man, I don't know. I'm kind of partial to rebels. I like the underdog type of story. What about berserkers though? I love berserkers in games, like murder hobos. Berserkers are wild swordsmen from the deepest and most savage caverns. Their wildness tends to get them excluded from the more civilized parts of Avernum. They're extremely hardy and their sword skill is unmatched. You know what? I think we're just gonna go with the straight up, just with the warrior or the soldier here. So this guy, let's see, what do they get again? 10% to spear damage and fire resistance. Yeah, I'm not messing with that name. Let's see. All right. So who gets? Hold on. Let me double check this. Spear damage and fire resistance. So let's. Is there anybody that gets any bonuses to spears? Melee weapons. Rebel. Let's see. Drone missiles. What about a shaman? What do shamans do? With weaponry and knowledge. So shamans are the priests of the wild caverns. A shaman isn't quite as good as spells as a priest, but makes up for it with weaponry and knowledge of healing. Shamans are hardy folk of nature. So let me look at the real quick. A priest is one of the faiths disapproved of by the Empire. They have excellent healing and protective skills, although they often end up having to use them in Avernum. Okay. So these guys are good at healing. Alright. What about hedge wizards live in the remote caves of Avernum, where they help the locals with their magic skills. This sort of character is good at magery and has a little bit of training in pre-spells and first aid. Skilled Avernum players can make their own custom characters. Custom characters can train themselves immediately after you start the game. You can train this character as soon as you start the game. Alright. Alright, so a rebel? I mean, I think a rebel might actually be the best yeah, so they get pole weapons, +1. +10 to spear damage and fire resistance. You know, I'm just gonna leave them as a rebel. And the kitty cat over here, they get +10 to missile damage and cold resistance. And he's a priest. Let me see. Alright. Intelligence, endurance, strong missiles, priest spells, +2, arcane lore, first aid. You know, I might actually just leave all this the way that it is, to be honest. Where's a sorcerer at? Sorcerers are practitioners of the wizardly arts. Their spells are powerful both on offense and defense. Mages of Avernum are free of the restrictions of the magic placed by the Empire. So, you know what? Let's just keep it. Yeah, this looks good to me. Let's see, Kitty Cat Man. Let's see if we can find any other. Okay, there's only a couple. What do these guys look like? Aw, man, I like the guy with the hood. Let's see. What kind of mage ladies do we got going on here? Let's go with this one. Alright. I'm a big fan of really hard difficulties in games and stuff, so. The ultimate challenge for the Warriors of Avernum, you will need to use every trick and fully utilize every ability to defeat the nasty enemies arrayed against you. Your spells and abilities can damage your own characters. Let's look at hard. A harder difficulty setting for the more experienced gamer. Your foes will do more damage and be a lot harder to kill. Your spells and abilities can damage your own characters. So on normal, the game starts out quite easy, but becomes a challenge as you get close to the end. A nice, moderate difficulty level. Alright, let's do hard. Torment sounds like maybe a second playthrough. Definitely not for somebody that doesn't know what they're doing. Legends tell that Avernum is the gateway to the underworld. Oh man, I missed it. Avernum is also a real place. It has many miles of caves and tunnels, far below the world's surface. Very nice. The Empire rules the surface totally. When they discovered Avernum, they had the perfect use for it. A prison. What is this place? Everyone who didn't fit in, the rebels, the antisocial, those with incorrect opinions, they were teleported into Avernum forever. The Evernites built a subterranean cities. They learned to fight. Studied magic. Okay. They built their strength. And when they were ready, got their revenge. The Archmage Erica made her own teleporter. And she went up into the Empire. Emperor Hawthorne ruled the Empire. He was brilliant and ruthless, and utterly despised. What? And then he got wrecked. Oh man, he just got turned into like a pulpy mass. Oh dear. Vladimir? Yes, Garzahad. It is time to deal with Avernum. Yes, Garzahad. How'd they know it was Avernum? You know? Avernum struck down the Emperor 4 years later. The Empire invaded. Oof. Avernum was outgunned and outnumbered. The Empire war was thought lost until Avernum found an ally. The alien Vanati joined you. New allies from the deep underworld turned the tide. The Empire was expelled. Now we escape. Avernum won the Empire War 5 years past. Nothing was heard from the Empire. The Avernites decided that it was time to return to the surface. They built a magical portal and established Upper Avernum. New cities and tunnels just below the surface. They then selected someone to explore the surface for the first time. You. Man. Welcome to Avernum. This tutorial is to help you get started. First, you need to learn how to move around. Select a spot on the ground to walk there. Bam. Your year of tedious service in the Avernite army has finally paid off. You've been chosen, on very short notice, to join unspecified services and travel to the surface. The surface! Out in the sun? You have never dared to dream of it. First, however, you must complete your final training and testing. Happily, some equipment has been left for you. 2 crude helms of thick lizard skin wait for you on the table nearby. You should take advantage of them before you move on. On the table nearby. Alright. Stand near the helmets on the table, then press or type G to get them. How big the... Stand in the helmets on the table, then press this to get them. Okay. Poor leather helmet. Where is my helmet slot? There we go. Okay, who else? I'm gonna give it to this guy. Okay. Gonna give him... Oh, yes. The lizard skin helmet is crude and dirty, but it might deflect one of the Empire's weapons. If you're very lucky, you eagerly look at it at the door to the north. Time for your elite training. Ah, yes. When you travel up to the surface, you are likely to be attacked by hostile soldiers and beasts. Before you are allowed above, Avernum wants to make sure you can handle it. That is why, just ahead, several beasts have thoughtfully been left here for you. Once they are destroyed, Avernum will be confident in your abilities. You are about to enter combat mode. Once battle has begun, to attack an enemy, select the space it's standing in. You will also get tips about spells and abilities you can use. Okay. How to attack. Select the space that is standing in. You are now in combat. Characters will take turns moving and attacking. Each turn you get a few action points. Everything you do, moving, using items, attacking, etc., costs action points. When you run out, your turn is over. To attack a foe, select the space it's standing in. The space your cursor is over will be tinted red. If there's an enemy in that space, it will glow. Okay. Okay, nice. Smack the giant spider. Smack this bat. Alright. Smack you. Smack him. Smack him. Oh yes. Summons a beast to aid you for 10 turns. Strikes a foe for a small amount of fire damage. 17 to 41. Alright. Priest spells. Where are you at? This guy's my priest right here. Priest spells. Oh, he doesn't have any priest spells, but he's a priest. What is this? Alright. Am I still in combat? What's going on here? Oh, you can end combat. Whoops. There we go. Since both of the subterranean horrors left for you have been squished, the gates to the north open. Agents from unspecified services hurry through, eager to throw you into a teleporter and send you to Upper Avernum. From there, you will at last be able to step out onto the surface. Alright, here we go. Good job killing this bat and the whatever it was. You teleported to the Upper Avernum. You were told about life on the surface. So this is what sunlight feels like. Ah! Oh god. It was terrifying. Your briefing was extensive. This is a tree. What's it for? And confusing. At last, you were declared ready. You're gonna go see someone named Anaximander to get your orders and leave to the surface. All of Avernum awaits on you. They hunger for the sunlight. You carry the dreams of your people. Good luck. Alright. So let's see what there is to grab. Okay. Gonna give the boots to my soldier lady. Okay, candle. Nice, okay. This item's in your pack. Press the star button to read it. Javelin, tunic. I'm gonna give this also. Oh wait, she already has something that's better. Let me see. Armor plus 10%, 2% chance to evade. 10%, 2% chance to evade. What does this guy have? They all have. So armor plus 4%. So actually, I think this is way worse than what I have. So it only gives you plus 4, and what I have gives you plus 10. So that's pretty bad. Okay. Press the star button to read it. Bacon. Leather pants. Give the pants to... Step out of your quarters and into one of the many cavernous halls of Fort Emergence. The corridors are eerily quiet. Only a small fraction of the troops that will be stationed here have arrived yet. It's time to find Anaximander and get your orders. Happily, someone left a map on the table in your quarters. It will help you find his office. Okay. Copper coins. Got this potion. I don't see any maps anywhere. Oh man, there's so many doors to go through in here. Ooh, what is this? It's like a bloody, messy pulp. I can steal. So how come this isn't stealing, but this is? Alright. Alright, game. We shall... So, stone blocks. Alright. I wonder if this is the... I wonder if this is the... Okay. I wonder if this is the type of game where it's like stone blocks you need, you know, it doesn't give you any like tooltips or anything for it. but there's like, you know, like a hidden quest marker or something that you need later on that you're like, oh man, if only I had these 2 stone blocks that we had in the very beginning of the game. You meet a young, scrawny man with short, sandy brown hair. He's cleaning this meal hall, occasionally pausing to gnaw at a piece of venison jerky. Real meat, forged from the surface. We don't have anything like this below. He nods respectfully as you join him. Greetings to you, adventurer. I am Gordon. Exactly what is it do you do, sir? Well, I'm sort of a servant for the guest quarters. I sort of keep everything clean, prepare meals, that sort of thing. Why would the guests get their own servant? Well, when important guests such as yourselves come, they expect to be treated well, with as much luxury as we can all summon. That sort of thing, unfortunately, there's one problem. I'm an important guest? He looks at you as if you're terribly important. Why, you're the most important guest we've had yet. Why, you're going to be one of the first explorers to seriously look around on the surface, he says. Without irony, I really envy you. I suppose that I am very fortunate. To go out on the surface and maybe even survive. What I would give to be you. Be sure to come back and tell me what it's like. That's all for now, thanks. I didn't expect to find a groupie there. Oh, okay. I can use the arrow keys to move around too. Just exploring every... Oh. This door's locked and your tool use skill isn't high enough. Do any of them? So, I'm wondering if it goes ahead and we'll kind of just auto-pick everybody to do skills and stuff. You enter the Fort Emergence Training Hall, and you can come here when you want to improve your adventuring skills. The trainer, Yanma, is keeping in shape for the battle pit. Crude spear. Don't mind if I do. This guy needs the spear, I think. He has a dagger right now. No, sir, you're gonna have a spear. Spear time. Let me see. Oh yeah, I'm also gonna give him some pants. Give my lizard man some pants. I'm still not completely sure why. Gonna give my kitty cat, priest man, a crude javelin. Let's see. Okay, cool. Fantastic. Alright. Swish, swish. If we can go over here. Oh yeah, let's get that bow. So who's good with like missiles and stuff? I think this guy is, right? So he's gonna be my ranged man. You know what I'll give her these javelins. I don't know if that's, you know, the right thing to do, but actually, instead of him, I'll give my lizard man the javelins. He seems like he'd be okay with those. Oh yeah. Let's talk to Yanma. A young, lithe woman moves gracefully in the center of the room, performing various martial exercises. A vicious, curved sword is sheathed at her side. When you approach, she gives you a stiff bow. Apologies. Just keeping in shape until more soldiers arrive for training. Welcome. I am Yanma, the trainer for Fort Emergence. Who do you train? I'm here to train the elite soldiers, helping them perfect the skills for the most dangerous missions. I can also train others. She says others with mild disdain. Can't help but guess her contempt is aimed at you. Do you have some problem with me? You work for unspecified services, do you not? I'm not afraid to say I have very little respect for your lot. We are all fighting the same enemy. Pfrah! She spits. Unspecified Services is a ragtag band of untrained adventurers, amateur spies, and mixed hangers-on. We soldiers train hard and die for our cause. You wander around aimlessly and expect respect. And yet, King Micah gives the first contact with the surface to your undisciplined lot. She spits again. King Micah is a wise ruler, and I will not tolerate any insults of our sovereign. Of course, it is not to such as me to question the wisdom of my monarch. She pauses and thinks, even if he is wrong. I would like basic training. Ooh, so you can use gold to improve stuff. Let's improve Bolt of Fire real quick. Bam. Your mage spell skill isn't high enough to learn this spell. Select another character. What about this? Haha. Spend your money and improve the skill. Nice. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's get away from that lady. Bolt of Fire. So it added like a splash effect. So magical missile, 18 to 44 fire damage. Also 18 to 44 fire damage to a foe near the target. 30% chance to hit, I'm guessing. You leave the guest quarters and begin your exploration of Fort Emergence. Everything is new, and all of the construction is done very quickly. You hope that a ceiling doesn't collapse on you when getting breakfast. You work for unspecified services, and your commander, Anaximander, is somewhere off to the west. The first step of a long journey. This might be a good time to save a game. To open the save window, press the disk button. Type Command S, type F3 to save. Okay, F3. These barracks are still pristinely cleaned and completely unused. No soldiers have been brought up to fill them yet, but it probably will happen soon. Ah, yes. Tongs. Just what I needed. Everybody wants tongs in a game that doesn't really specify that it needs stuff like that. These barracks are incomplete. The floor and wall in the corner aren't yet done. Some of the furniture is still on the way. Soon, though, this chamber will be completed and filled with anxious Avernite soldiers. So this game it's definitely giving off a pretty old school vibe to me. I mean, I kind of like old school games, but I guess we'll see. Like this this game to me seems like it's like pretty rich in the story area. There's a lot of reading and text-based stuff, which I don't necessarily hate. Steal the equipment. So I wonder if I stole something. You can't take this item, it isn't yours, and its owner would see you. That's lame. That's lame sauce. How would he see me? He's completely turned around. You enter the main Fort Emergence Laboratory. Here, specimens from the surface world are brought to be carefully examined. Avernites have forgotten much about the flora and fauna of the surface, and it all needs to be relearned. In addition, alchemical herbs are being grown in long stone pots at the east end of the chamber. They are then made into potions to be given to soldiers stationed here, to aid them in case of an Empire attack. You know, let's just let's just go find Anaximander. All right. So bored. Kind of understand that feeling right now. Time for a break. Do you hear something? Thanks for watching me. Iron javelin. So I can't steal the breastplate. Alright. What else can we take? A nice hammer, rope, board, tools, and another board. How to fight. These buttons set your current attack type, melee, weapon, or missile. Select the space in the character stands into attack. You see a bow and javelins on the storeroom table. They are crude and heavily used, perhaps dating to the earliest days of Avernum. When you attack an enemy, you will use your default weapon. This can be a melee weapon, sword or spear, or a missile weapon, javelin or bow. Get the javelins and equip them. You can switch your default weapon by pressing the buttons to the lower left or by typing S. You can skip the character's turn to combat by clicking on it or pressing space. Oh, okay. I was kind of confused for a second. Why is it telling me all that? Okay. So we'll give those to him. And I wonder if my sorcerer will be like decent at using the bow. Okay. Where is the guy that we need to talk to? Oops. Dang it, I didn't mean to click through that. Well, we got a healing potion. Healing pot. These chambers are a lot nicer and more carefully built than the other areas you've seen. This is probably where the high-ranking officials work. This is also probably where you're supposed to get your orders. Oh, that's convenient. Someday, this room will be the office of some powerful Avernite bureaucrat. Right now, it's only being used to store office supplies and furniture. Nothing that I can take. Oh wait, what was that? Sheet of papyrus. Scales. Oh man, I can be checking in all these places? I did not even realize that. I wonder if I can look in here. Nope. That doesn't look like the guy I'm supposed to talk to. You meet a burly man with a lot of hair and a lot of gut. He looks up to you. He looks you up and down as you approach. I'm Flanagan, with unspecified services. Pleased to meet you. Tell me about unspecified services. You know, everyone who works for the Avernum government, but doesn't have a specific pigeonhole. Unspecified tasks, mainly spies and adventurers. What's your job with unspecified services? Well, I'm sort of an investigating agent. When problems happen, I make them not be problems anymore. I work mainly in Upper Avernum. Work on the surface is left to others, like you. What sort of investigating do you do? Well, I'm too big and loud to be much of a spy, so I wait here. Then, when something goes wrong or gets weird, I'll go look it over and figure it out what's going wrong. He taps his head. I got more up here than you might think. That's all for now, thanks. Whatever you say, big guy. Ah, special encounter. You enter a large, cramped, dimly lit office. It's filled with stacks of papers, maps, plans, barely legible notes, and the like. It also contains many plates and mugs, all in need of washing. In addition to all the other clutter, you find a small, ratty man, whose clothes and hair are in extreme disarray. He twitches constantly with nervous energy. When you enter, he leaps up and rushes over to greet you. Greetings, my friend. I'm so glad you're finally here. I am Anaximander. As Commander Johnson commands the military half of the fort, I run the somewhat, more covert operations. His words pour out in a babble. I'll be the person you report to for further instructions during your explorations of the surface world. When you do something, come to me. When you don't do something, come to me. When you're just plain confused, also come to me. He returns to his seat and sorts through papers, looking for something. He can't find it. Damn! I need a map to a nearby goblin outpost. There's a bandit lair too in the caves. We thought you might want to do some raiding there to learn to work as a team and pick up some loot before exploring the surface. There's a map to the goblins around here somewhere. Search a bit. Then, when you're warmed up and ready to explore the surface, come back here. I'll have more instructions. Remember, to go to Upper Avernum, leave the fort emergence to the south. To go to the surface, leave to the north. He nods, flashes you a worried grin, and goes back to his notes. Don't forget, the sooner you go out onto the surface and see what's going on, the better. All Avernum waits to see whether it's safe to emerge or not. He gives you a pair of maps. One of the Upper Avernum and one of the surface lands around the fort emergence. Press the world map button to see the surface and Avernum maps. Alright. Alright, let's go do... Let's get out of here. Commander Johnson. Nope, he's not the one I need to talk to. When the barracks are completed and soldiers to fill them are brought up, Fort Emergence will be able to defend itself from minor Empire raid. Till then, the room just gathers mold. Oops. Didn't mean to record that. Alright, now how do I get out of here and go do the combats? There's a small graveyard back here. The gravestones are recently carved and still free of mold and lichen. The people who died in the construction of this fort, mostly from cave-ins, rest here. Aha! Okay. So what are these guys? Are these bad guys? Nah, those are just soldiers. I guess we're gonna follow these soldiers. The road near Fort Emergence is patrolled by a band of Avernum soldiers. They don't seem very alert. They don't need to be. If a serious attack ever comes, it won't be from this direction. When they see you, they march towards you. It looks like they want to talk to you. Run away. You turn around and run. After you put a safe distance between you and them, you look back. They've continued their patrol, shaking their heads at your odd behavior. Okay. They're probably going to ask me to do something. Stand on a large rickety bridge built to carry troops and supplies across the river to Fort Emergence. Soon, an army will cross here in hopes of carving out an area for the Avernites on the surface world. To the north, you see a huge open cavern dotted with recently built towns and settlements, populated with Avernites, recently teleported from far below. To the west is a portal keep, where everyone up here, including you, arrived from the Tower of Magi. There's goblins. There'd be garblins here somewhere. You mean a band of alert soldiers carefully guarding this crossroads. When you approach, they tell you to watch out. Apparently, there's been some bandit activity to the north. Alright, let's go get some bandits. Ooh, these look like bandits. Come here, bandits. First, these men look like traveling merchants, perhaps bringing goods to Fort Emergence. When they get close and draw their weapons, however, you realize that they are bandits. There's about a dozen of them. The leader says, "Well now, it isn't an adventurer. And not any old adventurer either, but the heroic surface explorer. Gossip about your arrival. Must have gotten around. Oh. Well, since you're so mighty, you can surely spare a few coins to help out a few lowly travelers, yes?" The tone of his voice indicates that refusal to help will be greeted with open hostility. This group of bully looks pretty tough. You doubt you'll be able to beat them in a fight. For now. Oh no. I just got one shot, man, instantly. Alright. Well, unconsciousness and death. One of my characters has just been knocked unconscious. This happens when your health reaches 0. To revive your character, walk through the gate of a friendly town. A return life spell from a priest or a spell scroll. Got it. Okay, well, he's dead. Is there a way that you can just... Oh, wow, I'm just gonna miss everything. Yeah. Alright, let's use our upgraded bolt of fire. And I missed. And these guys all just look like commoners and stuff. They're just wrecking me right now. Oh no. Well, that did not turn out very well for me. Well, it says, alas, your quest to save the surface and win freedom for Avernum has come to a gruesome end. Your bones eventually lie in an anonymous crypt alongside all the other victims of the war to come. Fortunately, there's still hope. There's still many scouts and spies in Avernum, yearning to infiltrate the surface and win a new homeland. Any one of them could be the new savior of the underworld. Perhaps your next attempt will end in success. There's only one way to find out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was my first attempt at Avernum 3 Ruined World, and I hope it was slightly entertaining. Alright, well, everybody, y'all stay foxy, and have a good day.